In the quiet depths of space, where sunlight fades and planets spin in eternal silence, a grand journey unfolds. A journey not of myth or fiction, but of science, of daring, of ambition reaching far beyond the blue skies of Earth. For centuries, we looked up at the planets, points of light in the night sky, wondering what they were, what they meant. Now, for the first time in human history, we are not just observing them. We are visiting them. All of them. From the scorched face of Mercury to the ice giants Uranus and Neptune, from the swirling storms of Jupiter to the rings of Saturn, to the mysteries of Mars, Venus, and even Pluto, the outcast world that still captures our imagination. This is the story of NASA's billion-dollar mission, the sweeping, decades-long effort to send spacecraft to every major planet in our solar system. A feat so complex, so improbable, that it reshaped not only what we know, but who we are as a species. It began, in earnest, during the Cold War. In the 1960s and 70s, as the space race unfolded, NASA wasn't just racing to the moon. It was planning something bigger, a campaign to explore the entire solar system using robotic spacecraft. These weren't just flybys. They were reconnaissance missions of the highest order, designed to study planetary atmospheres, magnetic fields, moons, rings, and surfaces. Some missions would orbit, others would land. A few would go farther than anything we've ever launched. But how do you visit every planet? Each world presents a new challenge: radiation, temperature, distance, gravity, speed. Each requires a different spacecraft, a different approach, a different kind of courage. And yet, NASA did it. Closest to the sun is Mercury, a scorched, airless rock where daytime temperatures soar to 800 degrees Fahrenheit and nights plummet to -300. In 1974, NASA's Mariner 10 became the first spacecraft to visit, mapping nearly half the planet. Decades later, Messenger went further, entering orbit in 2011 and revealing a world far more complex than we imagined, with ancient volcanoes, magnetic anomalies, and water ice hiding in shadowed craters. Next came Venus, our twisted twin. Shrouded in clouds of sulfuric acid, Venus hides a surface hot enough to melt lead, over 900 degrees Fahrenheit. NASA's Pioneer Venus, Magellan, and others mapped its terrain, revealing volcanic plains and mountainous ridges beneath the haze. No spacecraft has survived long on its surface, but those that tried gave us glimpses into a hellish world, one that may once have been Earth-like before something went horribly wrong. Of all the planets, Mars may be the most explored and the most captivating. NASA has sent a fleet of orbiters, landers, and rovers to the Red Planet. From the Viking missions in the 1970s to the Pathfinder rover in the 90s, to Spirit, Opportunity, Curiosity, and now Perseverance, each mission brought Mars closer. We've discovered dry riverbeds, ancient lakes, seasonal methane, subsurface ice, and the tantalizing possibility that life may have once existed there, or still might, beneath the surface. Mars is no longer just a target. It's a destination, a future. NASA's billion-dollar investment here isn't just about exploration. It's about preparation for the day when humans may walk its rust-colored plains. Then came the giants, planets so massive, so powerful, that they dominate the solar system. Jupiter, the king of planets, was first visited by Pioneer 10 in 1973. But it was Galileo, in 1995, that changed everything, dropping a probe into Jupiter's atmosphere and revealing a stormy, violent world with magnetic fields thousands of times stronger than Earth's. Later, Juno gave us a breathtaking new view, peering beneath the clouds, mapping gravity fields, measuring auroras, and studying the bizarre behavior of Jupiter's core. Along the way, we discovered active volcanoes on Io, a possible ocean beneath Europa's icy crust, and a miniature solar system of over 90 moons. Then came Saturn, and with it, beauty beyond imagination. The Cassini mission, launched in 1997, orbited Saturn for 13 years, flying through its rings, studying its atmosphere, and diving between Saturn and its innermost rings in a death-defying finale. But Cassini's most dramatic achievement? Landing the Huygens probe on Titan, Saturn's largest moon, a place with methane lakes, thick orange clouds, and a chemistry that mirrors early Earth. Cassini didn't just study Saturn. It gave us poetry. It gave us perspective. If the gas giants are familiar, the ice giants are mysterious. Uranus and Neptune, tilted, distant, stormy, were visited only once by Voyager 2, the lone spacecraft to fly by both. In 1986, Voyager 2 revealed Uranus's bluish haze, tipped rotation, and faint ring system. 3 years later, it reached Neptune, a deep blue world of supersonic winds and a giant storm the size of Earth. Voyager 2's snapshots remain the only close-up images we have of those planets to this day. And while we've since learned more from Earth-based telescopes and space observatories, Uranus and Neptune remain largely uncharted. Their exploration is not complete, but the billion-dollar mission to reach them? That part was accomplished. And then, Pluto, demoted to dwarf planet in 2006, but still orbiting on the icy edge of our solar system. For decades, we knew almost nothing about it, just a pixelated. That changed in 2015, when New Horizons flew by Pluto at over 50,000 kilometers per hour, snapping images that stunned the world. We saw nitrogen glaciers, frozen mountain ranges, smooth plains, a heart-shaped basin. It wasn't a dead world. It was dynamic, complex, alive in its own way. New Horizons didn't stop there. It continued into the Kuiper Belt, flying past a second object, Arrokoth, a primordial relic of solar system formation. With that, the final piece of NASA's planetary puzzle was complete. To visit every planet took more than technology. It took time. Over 5 decades of mission planning, engineering, launches, failures, and breakthroughs. It cost billions of dollars. But in return, we gained something priceless, a complete portrait of our solar system. Each mission built upon the last. Each discovery rewrote our textbooks. And together, they told a story not just about distant planets, but about the human will to explore. We are the only species, so far, to build machines capable of leaving our world, flying for years or decades, and sending back knowledge from across the solar system. We are cosmic cartographers. NASA's journey is far from over. New missions are already in motion. Europa Clipper will launch soon to investigate the ocean beneath Europa's icy shell. Dragonfly, a nuclear-powered drone, will fly over Titan's surface in the 2030s. Concepts for orbiters to Uranus and Neptune are gaining momentum, and human missions to Mars? No longer science fiction. Preparations are underway. The billion-dollar planetary tour may be complete, but the deeper mission, the quest to understand how planets form, how life emerges, how our solar system fits into the wider galaxy, that's just beginning. In a universe filled with billions of stars, we've only begun to explore one system, our own. But in visiting every major planet, NASA has done something profound. It transformed the solar system from an abstract concept into a place we can see. Measure. Name. Remember, the photos taken by these missions hang on classroom walls. The data powers scientific revolutions. The stories inspire generations. And the message is clear. We are not prisoners of Earth. We are explorers, bound by gravity, driven by curiosity. And for every planet we've visited, there are countless more waiting in the stars.